Hey, how's it going? Nice to see ya. Tonight we're listening to a band from Dublin. They call themselves half Irish and half Italian. And this is Counterintelligence. Hello, Pam. Nice to see you. So with Musical Mondays, I typically play another indie artist's music as we're waiting for people to join. So this is Counterintelligence from Dublin. And they're one of the many indie musicians I've connected with over the last year and a half during the pandemic. The internet has been a boon for many of us and has allowed us to connect in ways that would have never been able to before. Well, we would have been able to, but we probably wouldn't have thought of doing it. Hello, thank you for joining, everybody. So nice to see you. One sec, I'm just gonna pause the music. So yeah, welcome to Musical Mondays. I am in Victoria, BC, Canada, and for those of you who are not from these parts, that I am on the southernmost tip of Vancouver Island on Canada's Pacific coast, and Canada is gone to the polls today. We had a federal election. Actually, are the polls closed? I think they close at 7 across the country. So polls are closed in different parts of the country, but I think they just closed half an hour ago here on the West Coast in the Pacific time zone. So we'll see what happens. I'm personally not super happy that there was an election right now. But whatever. Let's hope that I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it, but let's hope that whoever wins actually does make some headway on reconciliation in Canada and helping take some steps towards securing some kind of future in the climate emergency. Those are the couple things I'm hoping for. So, I'm gonna play a couple songs. Usually play a couple songs. I've been doing some songwriting live, and I don't think I'll do that tonight. I just feel like playing a couple songs. So I think I'm gonna play this song called Susanna Drady and Me, and it's about my family history a little bit. One of my ancestors' names was Susanna Drady, and when I was at university, I did a project for I don't even remember what it was. I think it was a Canadian social history course or something. Anyway, my dad had copies of I think it was his grandfather's or his great-grandfather's journal, and there were lots of different stories in that journal. Some of them not that interesting because he operated a pack horse that carried various things around the province of Nova Scotia and traded various things. So some of it was very mundane, but it got me into family history a little bit, and I think my cousin Pam from Nova Scotia was in the room a few minutes ago, so she probably knows some of those stories herself. So anyway, Susanna Drady was somebody who married into my father's family, and she was an Indigenous woman from Nova Scotia, a Mi'kmaq woman, and she married one of the Fleming brothers in Nova Scotia. So this is a little bit about having settler history in Canada and feeling in place and feeling out of place. So it goes like this. I see her in sepia, face melting into the many dark corners of a pixelated past. Makes me wonder how we ever got free, how we ever got free of this killing ground. Susanna Drady and me, separated by over a century, and she kind of following somebody's genealogy, and me, a mere child of history. Unfortunately, we're all too blind to see the wisdom in their invisibility. We negotiate and kill in the name of justice. We draw hard lines in the sand and we call it democracy. Yeah, we call it democracy. It's the same imperialism, just a different century. Susanna Drady and me, separated by over a century, and she kind of following somebody's genealogy, and me, a mere child of history. Susanna Drady and me, separated by over a century, and she kind of following somebody's genealogy, and me, a mere child of history, and me, a mere child of history, and me trying to escape from the pages of 20th century history. Hello, fine people. Thank you for joining. So nice to see you. Welcome to Musical Mondays. This is my my weekly live stream where I share some of my songs, talk about songwriting, see how you are all doing. Sometimes I do some live songwriting and chit chat about various things. That song was called Susanna Drady and Me, and that is off my World in Reverse album that came out in, gosh, when did it come out? I think in 2010. Yes, so a while ago. Yeah, so a ways back. Hello, Alexandra. Thank you for the roses and thank you for the hearts. I saw some hearts go by too from some of you, so I appreciate that. Alexandra Dot, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you back. I hope you're doing well and that you had a good summer. Some of you have been great participants in my Musical Mondays over the last few months, and some of you are new, so it's nice to have both on deck. Yeah, so this song, I kind of went through a phase where I wrote a little bit about my family history here in Canada, my family history of being a settler in Canada. And this is one of those songs in that series. You know, I like this song because it's very, it's a funny thing to say about your own song, but I like the lyrical focus, and I use some difficult words in the song that you might not see in a kind of a folk pop song. So I use colophon and genealogy, imperialism. What else do I use? You know, imperialism's not really that unusual. I've seen the word imperialism in many songs before. Anyway, I like how the kind of the music of the song, and if you listen to the recorded version of the song on one of the streaming platforms, you'll hear that when I recorded this song for my World in Reverse album, I left a lot of space in the arrangements, in the musical arrangements, or in the musical arrangement for this song, to give that kind of lyrical space for it, and to give some kind of almost like, I don't know whether it was I was using some big words and wanted that space, or I kind of wanted the, you know, I think the first line is, I see her in sepia. So I'm talking about, hello, Aaron Batelli. Thank you for joining. I'm talking about a photograph, so an old family photograph, an early photograph, I think from the late 1800s, early 1900s, and there was something about that photograph where just the image fading that made me want to create a sonic space that was very spacious. So that's what I did with this song. And I remember when I went to record it, and a drummer and percussionist that I've worked with for many years, Jenny Beach, who's fabulous, and she was playing the song. She was like, you know, it's a hard song because your lines, the meter in your lines is completely set by the words. It's not set by, say, the phrasing of a vocal melody or a melody line. So that was definitely something we had to work with. So again, a lot spaciousness in order to kind of have the space for the words. So you might hear that if you listen to that. So that's a little bit about that song, about Susanna Drady. If you all have any questions for me, I'd love it if you put them in the chat. Please do. I know some of you are from Canada, but tell me where the rest of you are tuning in from. Early on, we were talking about it being election day in Canada today. So put that in the chat. My summer was pretty good, Alexandra. Thank you. Busy. You know, I am ready for winter. I don't know whether it's because I'm a redhead, but I'm not so into extreme hot. Can't handle it. And we had quite a bit of extreme hot this summer here. So I'm ready for fall. I like that the fall colors have started and temperatures are getting cooler. I really like it. How was your summer? I hope it was good. So I'm gonna play a newer song, Where the Rivers Meet. And I think I've played this at Musical Mondays before. I'm gonna play it again because I'm releasing it as a single this Friday with a live video. So yeah, so I'll play it again. And so this is, I wrote this after spending some time one summer in the Kootenays. And I was hearing a lot about fires raging in different parts of the world. And I was surrounded by, well, just this beautiful place. I felt like I was in a forest cathedral most of the time. So it was very, very beautiful and spiritual. So this song really captures my love of the natural world and talks a little bit about the grief of seeing it in peril, and it's also a call to action to make things right. Oh, thank you so much. And I'm glad you had a good summer. down the street where the rivers meet. Rivers meet, rivers meet. Rivers meet, rivers meet. Rivers meet, rivers meet. Rivers meet, rivers meet at their peak. Thank you so much. Hello, Stevie the French. Thank you for joining. Oh, thanks so much, everybody. Yes, Inner Vortex, you're right. This is the song my dad loves. It's his favorite song of all that I've written, I think, is what he said. So thank you, and thank you so much. I appreciate y'all listening. So that song, I'm releasing it as a single and as a live video. So with my band, a live video this Friday. So I'll be going live on Instagram and Facebook at the same time. We'll see if I can pull it off. At 12 noon this Friday for the live video premiere, and I'll also talk about the song a bit more and play an acoustic version of it, just like I did now. So if you want to hear it again, please tune in. Thank you for joining tonight, everybody. You know, I think next week what I'll do is I'll talk about words. You know, I've talked about songwriting in general, and I've done quite a bit with the guitar and all of that. I think I'll talk about words because writing words is a big part of what I do. Of course, it's a big part of what every songwriter does if you write your own lyrics and words. But words are super important to me. They carry a lot of power and a lot of weight, and it's something that I spend a lot of time not perfecting, but I spend a lot of time on the craft of words in songwriting. So I think I'll talk a little bit about that next week for Musical Mondays. So if you want to tune in and be part of that, I'll see you next Monday at 7:30 Pacific time. Until then, I so appreciate you being here, and appreciate your comments in the chat. It's always lovely to hear what you think. And if any songwriters show up next week, songwriters or poets, would love to talk about words with you. All right? So take care, everybody, and we'll see you soon. And I'm going to go check out the election results. Okay. Bye for now.